Well, good stuff. Thank you everybody for being here. Thanks for everybody being on stage. Fun time. If you don't know yet, I really want to point you in the direction of Snapshot. We have two, not one, but two votes live, two proposals live on Snapshot. So proposal number 13 is working capital for the Pro Shop. This is a really exciting proposal. I know some of you have ordered things from the Pro Shop and have been less than thrilled with order times and tracking and all the other things that go along with setting up a new merchandising operation as we work with our partners and vendors to get all that out. So our big brains in the Pro Shop pod have come up with a solution with some third-party solutions to get the merch, the new swag, the coolest gear in golf out to all of you faster, cheaper, better, stronger. So that one has reached quorum, and that vote ends tomorrow at 6 p.m. So there are 22 hours left in that one. If you want to get that vote in. And then the big one, the one we've all been waiting for, Proposal 14, ranking the golf course attributes. We are buying a golf course. So really appreciate the enthusiasm so far. If you have not yet gone in and voted, we need your opinion. If you're a LinksDAO member, we need to hear your voice on this one. What is the most important factor? What are the most important factors in selecting a golf course? That vote is live, so it's a ranked choice vote. So unlike your usual votes where it's yes, no, or abstain, this one is a ranked choice. So you go in and select the factors that are most important to you, and those get tallied up. Keep in mind the results posted on the right side of Snapshot will not always reflect how the ranked choices display. That's just because Snapshot kind of does it like a European election, not like a ranked choice power vote. So at the end, it might only display two options at the top, but we know your selections are much more diverse and interesting than just two top choices. Don't worry about that. I assure you, your votes still counted. We have all the data in Snapshot's API, and we will publish the selected votes at the end of the week. So unlike Proposal 13, which ends tomorrow at 6 p.m., Proposal 14 ends on September 5th. You have the whole weekend. This is such an important one. We wanted to give extra time, 7 full days, to get everyone's votes in and counted on the golf course attributes. So that is in the official links. If you go there, you can find the Snapshot page, connect your wallet, and vote. If you have any questions there, there's a video posted in minor announcements, or feel free to DM me. It is very exciting time as we move into all of this. Anybody up here on stage have a thought or want to share their ideas or one of the particular favorite things that were listed on that ranked choice options that they're really excited about? Or anybody in the audience, what are you most excited about for the ranked choice? What aspects are most important to you?
Yeah, I'll take a stab at that. I think last time I checked, the highest ranking result so far in Snapshot has been for a top 100 golf course, and played a lot of really good golf courses in my day, but not a whole lot that fall in top 100. So I think it's just really special that we got a community that values that. And man, how cool is it going to be when we pull that off?
Yeah, really cool to get a course of that quality and caliber for us to play. I know that's one of the core things we dreamt of since December. So yeah, gonna be pretty magical to participate in that with all of you. Really stoked. Brian, thanks for coming up on stage, Mr. Lefebvre.
Oh, yo, what's up, everybody? How's it going?
Pretty good.
Good. Yeah, I mean, I was actually just mentioning it in the chat, I think yesterday or maybe earlier this morning. I don't remember. It's been a busy day. But the like obvious one of having the high course quality, the top 100 level. Of course, the everything that kind of comes with that. I mean, for lack of a better term, not to be, too aggressive about it, I think that was a no-brainer. That was pretty obvious that was going to be number one. But like I said, I'm pretty excited to see what the like 3 to 6 to 10 range kind of end up becoming, and how, the public opinion sways there. Personally, I think I rated it literally like 3, actually, was those extra amenities. And I mean, it can include everything from the pool to the tennis court to the pickleball court to the basketball court, whatever that would be. But like, the underlying point for me was, how do I convince my family to want to come with me if they're not going to be golfing with me, right? And it's not like they're not golfers, or they don't like to golf or want to learn. But I think having that extra amenity factor not only pulls in the family members and the friends and the curious guests of us members, but just makes it so much more attractive to the general public to want to do whatever that could then lead to, whether it be public events, major tournaments, sponsorship agreements, whatever that would be. But I think that's something that was important to me. Just putting it out there too. If you haven't put your vote in yet, certainly please do. But keep in mind the things outside of the 18 holes we're playing, right? Or the 27 holes. I also voted for the longer extensive course too.
Really good points there. Yeah, I was having a discussion with a couple different members about, the things we'd like to see. I love a good pool to jump into after 18 holes on a hot day. That's always awesome. Spa would be really cool for, some R&R and some pampering, maybe a massage, get your,
Sure.
right,
Having that solid bar and restaurant to go with it to boot, it's going to be awesome just to see how it unfolds. And I think a lot of it, again, I meant nothing by it. I think a lot of it is kind of no brainers. And I think we're all kind of in agreement that that's the level that of course quality we're anticipating and, for lack of a better term, expecting. And I'm sure we're going to get it. I'm confident. I really am, guys.
Yeah, really, really thrilled. And even if it's something with really good bones that we gotta, push up to that next level, that next tier, I think that it's definitely in the cards.
Let's roll up the sleeves. Let's do it. I'm in.
Let's get that work done. Absolutely. And you mentioned pickleball. Pickleball's having a moment, and I haven't played yet, but I'd love to have that at a course, right? To be able to hit the. I played a lot of tennis, but I've never played pickleball. I hear it's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Rad. Well, thanks for coming up, and anyone else who wants to chime in on
Thanks for having me.
Course attributes as well, feel free to chime in. All right. Well, while we ruminate on these awesome choices and big decisions that we're making here, I'd love to let you know a quick update that it is not currently live, but I know many of you have been enjoying your Topgolf discounts. We have worked out with Topgolf a discount for the Topgolf leagues, which are launching next month. So keep an eye out if you're interested in joining a Topgolf league, if you've already done it in the past, if you have some friends who are big on Topgolf, but maybe not LinksDAO members, we're going to have that set up for all of you to be able to participate as a LinksDAO representative team, or just get that discount for your existing team. Possibly a cool way to meet new members in your locality, right? To go out to Topgolf, get some good food, good drinks, hit some balls, and win some points in the name of LinksDAO and golf in general. So that is coming very, very soon. And then the next one I want to top off, I want to pass this over to Ryan to talk about link ups. Ryan, I know we have a couple coming up next week.
Yeah, we are, I would say, feverishly adding some interesting link ups to the calendar. First one being, if you're in the link ups channel, we saw a couple new announcements today. One for an upcoming link up tied to the Live Golf event coming up here this next weekend in Boston, hosted by our very own Tungsten, Mr. Block of Metal, as I like to refer to him. So feel free to sign up for that one. I think I got the question wrong in Quiz House, but it's only, I think, $49 to attend the Live Golf event in the first day. So I think we're looking at September 3rd, Saturday, as the day of the link up. So if I get anything wrong there, Tungsten, feel free to correct me in the chats. But it would be cool to see photos of some LinksDAO folks out at the Live event. The other event coming up is we've got one in Chicago The name of the course is escaping me at the moment. It's a course
Canal
that's
Canal
newly been taken
Shores.
over. Yes, thank you, Canal Shores. It's a local, I think, public course, not supported financially by the local government, and so Kemper has recently our friends over at Kemper Sports have taken over management duties of this course and are hosting what they're calling Canal Shores Open. It's a two-person team event. Entry fee is what I'm told a little bit higher than what you would normally pay at Canal Shores, or at $250 a person. Some of that does go to support the golf course itself, though, and allow them to continue to provide a great place to play, pretty close to the heart of Chicago. So um, check out the Chicago channel, check out the Link Ups channel for more information if you're interested in playing. We've got the sign up posted in the Link Ups channel.
Love it. Absolutely love it. Also, we got some great members out there in Chicago, so looking forward to seeing what happens there. And Boston sounds cool as well. Great stuff. Great stuff.
Yeah, come on out and join us in Boston. We got a lot of potential LinksDAO members that are going to be showing up that day, and we're going to try and convince a couple of them to pull the trigger on a leisure membership if they see the value. But we think the value is pretty obvious. But yeah, $49 can't beat around in front of all those pros. Ryan, thanks for your help on setting that up and getting that out there. Appreciate it.
Way cool. The Metal Cube in Boston. Lit. Awesome. So now to the event that I tagged in the announcements. There you probably saw in the announcements from Jordan himself. We have a new VP of marketing, which I am extremely excited about. I know marketing has been something that we have been chatting a ton about in the chats. We want more attention. We want more getting the word out about LinksDAO to the broader golf community. And I think we've really found the guy to help us with it. So without further ado, I would love to turn it over to Jordan to introduce himself and maybe take any questions the community might have for you, Jordan. But I want to be the first to say welcome, and I'm really excited to have you here.
Thanks, Cooper. I appreciate it. And it's been a good first week for me. And I've enjoyed getting to know everybody and working with the marketing pod and continuing to work with them. And I'm very excited to be here. And like Cooper said, open the floor for any questions anyone might have.
Awesome. Dom, Eve, what's up?
I got a question. Hey. Yeah, first time. Yeah. Yeah, that's a great question. I'll give you a few fun tidbits. So the first one, and by the way, international cities too, right? So you're thinking, worldwide. Um, we were the first artist to plan her tour based on her social media followings. So I would sit down with her and I'd be like, "Hey, you are huge in Bangkok, Thailand," and I would show her the numbers, walk her through it, and we would route her tour in Asia through Bangkok because of the numbers on social media. And this is 10 years ago. So that's one thing that really helped determine tours. Another thing I'll tell you is go look at any major artist's tour and look at the first tour date that they start their tour with. You would think it's Chicago, New York, LA. It's not. Now, there's probably exceptions to this rule, but they usually start in small cities. So for Taylor, we would start in like Lincoln, Nebraska, and places like that. And the reason you do that is your first show, right? You've rehearsed and all of that, but you don't want to like go out in front of Madison Square Garden for show number one when you haven't fully gotten into the flow and perfected your show yet. So there's all of these like kind of secretive ways that artists do things. Also, you don't want the New York media reviewing your show, right, and having national news pick it up. So they start in smaller cities. So every city is different. They're all different in different ways, of course. So yeah, that's kind of how we approached it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Sure. Go ahead, Eve.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask Jordan what his kind of what his approach to, you know, managing a marketing pod in a DAO kind of looks like to him.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks, Keith. It's new to me, and it's one of the reasons, honestly, that I wanted to join full time was working in a DAO, working with the marketing pod. And in this case, I had already worked with you guys, right? So I'd already been on the calls and gotten to know you, which is awesome. So I already knew what it was like to work with you guys, and so moving forward, I see it as very collaborative. Obviously, I'm not here to tell you what to do. It's still a collaborative environment, and so not much is going to change there at all. And so I see it as very collaborative and continuing to work together and move things forward as a group.
Love that.
I got a question, Jordan.
Yeah.
What are you working on in your golf game right now?
What am I not working on? So Greg's on the call. I'm a very good putter, thankfully. So that will save me a lot of the time. As I get to the green, I can save a good score. I would say like mid irons, like 5, 6, 7 iron is really where I need to improve. I can get off the tee and I can putt, and I'm a good chipper, thankfully. But it's that, in the fairway, trying to get to the green where I really struggle.
Interesting. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, it's like the opposite of most people, which is frustrating.
I'll give you a little advice there: swing harder.
Yeah, swing harder. Find a good scramble.
Yeah.
Both seem like viable options.
Yeah, use your arms more, probably.
Look up too helps.
Yeah, it does. Lift your head up, move your feet a lot.
Sky, as they say.
Diana, welcome to the stage. Do you have a question?
Hey, yes. So, well, question/comment. So, first of all, welcome, Jordan. Great to have you on board. I am in the Grow the Game pod, and I'm really excited to see what we can do in that space, and just looking forward to hearing your thoughts and working with you. And how do we, grow the game? How do we be more inclusive? How do we reach out to different genders, socioeconomic status, ages? Would love to hear if you have any initial thoughts. If not, happy to hop on a call with you and Jen later. And I think Doug also is going to bring forward some ideas with you.
Yeah, thank you for the question. I will say this: I have spent the majority of my career marketing to women specifically. So I didn't tell you all this, but before Taylor Swift, I worked at 17 magazine. So I have a lot of experience marketing to women specifically. And coming into the team, I know that's an area that we need to improve. So that was something that I saw was a great opportunity for me coming in, having spent a lot of time working with women, marketing to women specifically, on that side of things. And then just in general, from people of color and all of that, I think I have a lot to learn, and I want to learn from you and other members of that team. And I don't want to obviously ignore it. I want to address it, and so let's find a way for us to kind of consistently maybe get together and just make sure that our marketing efforts are growing the game truly and not just saying it. And that's very important to me. So let's make sure you and I connect and get to know each other, and you can help me learn.
Great. Love it. And thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you.
Jordan, I wanted to touch on something and kind of ask you to expand. I love the aspect of your work with Taylor Swift where you said you kind of led some of the thinking operationally based off of community metrics, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Could you expand a little bit more on, like, I know you've had good conversations with the marketing pod, and you're going to be a collaborator here with the team and the community team and everything, but what is your kind of general take on community as a concept as it relates to kind of Web3 and this new paradigm we're working in?
So the question is just like, how do I see community fitting in with marketing specifically, or?
Yeah, and in your experience in the past, how you used community to make decisions.
Yeah. So another thing I wanted to bring up was I started Taylor's fan club. And so what we did is this is again like 10 years ago. This is before Discord. This is before Slack and any kind of true communication platform. I launched this thing called Taylor Connect, and it was online. It was forum based, so you couldn't have like real time conversations, but it was forum posts, kind of back and forth, and had something like 100 or 200,000 fans at any on this site any given time, and the community kind of lived there, and I could talk to them directly, and we had had a relationship with them and knew fans from all over the world in different areas and all that stuff. So again, another reason, me joining here and seeing the Discord, seeing, you guys interact, and Cooper, what he does and everything, that excited me because I had seen that before. I know it works. And the community, I mean, I told Cooper this like a couple weeks ago or something. The community is the most important part. And with Taylor specifically, I would tell her, I'd be like, your fans are the most important part, period, of your career. Nothing else matters except your fans, because everything else, comes from that. And so that's how I feel about the community with LinksDAO. And so, just know that I have that experience seeing how impactful a great community is. And I know it's going to be a huge part of what we do. And I want to have a lot of feedback from you guys too, with all the marketing stuff.
Awesome. Such a cool experience and how it ties in here. Crab Cakes, welcome to the stage.
Hey, thanks. Hey, Jordan. Hey, so just curious, I know LinksDAO, we already have a lot of like the NFT holders who purchased the LinksDAO NFT. So just curious kind of what your thoughts on are of what basically you're going to be marketing. Is it, retention, keeping the NFT value high? Is it for the clubhouse? Is it partnerships, purchasing memberships for the new course? Just curious your thoughts.
Yeah, that's a great question. Honestly, a lot of it, what you said, is the answer. So, one thing that comes to mind is, taking care of the current member base, of course, taking care of you guys, and making sure that you're getting the value that you expected when you bought the NFT. And so that's going to be a big part of this, communicating that effectively too, right? Like if we release a benefit or release anything new or a partnership and it's not communicated effectively to you, like I'm not doing my job. I think, communication is such a big part of it. And you'll see that I'm going to be very specific in how we communicate things to you guys, because I want it to be done well, where you truly understand it. And I don't want, I want to cut the questions in half and then cut them in half again. So the first one is the actual member base. Communicating partnerships, communicating new membership benefits and perks, and then eventually, looking at a way to grow the member base. We're not exactly sure what that might look like, but there's like 600 or so, I think, someone correct me if I'm wrong, 600 or so members right now. and then the goal is to grow that in the future. So that is something that we're looking forward to as well.
Thank you for the question, Crab Cakes. And yeah, Jordan, we got 5,400 approximately unique holders of the tokens.
54. Oh, sorry, I was getting a number from the voting. What is that number that's on the voting site?
That's the number of votes so that's if you have a global and a leisure, that's 5 votes, right? So that's the number of people. That's the voting power of people who have voted in the in the snapshot.
Okay, cool.
Rad. Awesome, man. Really, really looking forward to it. Welcome aboard. Thrilled about all of this. And is there anything anyone else on stage wants to bring up? Anybody in the audience want to come up? Any other questions, comments that anybody wants to chat about here before we wrap up this evening?
Actually, I would love to bring up the fantasy football. So there's been just some questions about what's going on for this season and what our plans are. We plan on making it as inclusive as possible. We want to run a pool. We want to run a pick'em pool and a confidence pool, which are just easy for everybody to participate in. And then I know TM, you had questions this morning regarding like a DFS type contest going on. We're going to host that. It's going to be the same format as our PGA DFS type thing. And if any of our members here, if you guys want to participate in a fantasy football kind of league, we could absolutely just spin a couple free ones up and we can go draft some teams one night and have some fun. Maybe if we organize it a little bit better, but that's we could actually add prizes to it. But that I would say is just more of a smaller type exclusive thing. I think is fun to do with your friends and whatnot, but to do it to a community this large, I think would be a lot of work. But that's all I wanted to share. Thank you, everybody.
Sweet. Looking forward to the fantasy and football season. Stoked to be doing that with all of you this year. And thanks, Dom, for all your hard work on that. Feel free to reach out to Dom or tag him in the chats with any questions on that front. Cool. Well, if there are no other comments, questions, concerns, I want to thank all of you for coming out tonight. Really appreciate it. And thanks to Jordan for letting us ask him all those questions this evening. We'll see you on next week.
See you.
Actually, Thursday, Twitter Spaces. Keep an eye out.
Heyo.
Heyo. Later.
Thanks, Coop.
Thank you. Bye.